Morning guys, I've had just a fantastic morning. I'm at one of my local nature reserves and I was looking for hares, and I've been down here a few times and I've struck out every time, so this is probably about my fourth visit, and I've found the hares today. I was walking along the sea wall and I just spotted 3 or 4 hares in the distance, so I got down really low, kept nice and still and waited, and three out of the 4 just disappeared into the distance, but one of them just went down into the field and it just hunkered down. And I'm sure you're aware, but hares don't build or dig burrows. When they're resting, they just find a little divot or a little sort of a dip in the land or in the field, and they get down really low. And unless you see that hare moving and then settling down, it's very hard to spot a brown hare, because once they're in the ground they almost disappear. So I saw it go down and I didn't get too close, because there's no way you can get close to a brown hare unless you're crawling along and you've got the time to do that. And to be honest, I got down nice and low though, and I was a reasonable distance away, not super close but a reasonable distance. And I've got a few stills and a little bit of video. Now, it's not the best brown hare footage or stills photographs in the world, but I've actually got some brown hare this morning and that's what I set out to do. It's, as I say, a beautiful morning. The light's really fantastic. I had a little bit of frost as well, because it's a sort of an early spring morning and it's been cold, really cold. So it's a frosty, bright morning, and I've got a few geese in the fields as well, nicely lit in amongst the frost, so that's quite nice. But the key thing is to get the brown hare. So I've got brown hare footage, I've got the hares running across the field, and I've got a couple of stills as well, so it's a good start. And I think hares are going to be a bit of a project. Now, when you want to photograph brown hares, the best thing is to get out really early in the morning or late in the evening. Now, I think early morning is probably the best, because they're more active and there's less people around, so more wildlife, less people. And I was up at 5 AM this morning, got here about 5:45, and I was out sort of searching for the hares. By the time I got the camera ready on the tripod, I was out in the fields about 6 o'clock. So it's been brilliant. As I say, not the best brown hare pictures I'm ever going to take, but there's a few in the bag, and a nice little bit of video footage as well, which I'll stick on the end of this video. I've got my 600mm lens, because the hares are normally quite distant, and I was shooting at f5.6 around about 1,000th of a second, because the light was good, and I think I was on ISO 400. So yeah, all in all, it's been brilliant. Now I'm going to wander around and see if I can spot anything else, but to be honest, it's about, I don't know, probably about 8 o'clock now, and I reckon I won't see any more hares again today, because they will all be sort of in like little gaps like here. If you look, I don't know if you can see in the background, but there's loads of little divots or depressions in the field, and they get right down low, and when they're low, honestly, you can hardly see them. So for me, I find it a lot easier if they're sort of running or sitting up in the field, and then if they go down into the one of these little divots and rest, then you can get a bit closer. But you have to be really careful, because they're so easily spooked. It's like a lot of wildlife, but brown hares in particular, if you move too quickly or you try and get too close, they're just off, and they're so quick. So yeah, it's only a short video this week. To be honest, I've been out a few times and I've just struck out and not got anything at all. And I was thinking I was actually probably not going to make a video this week, because I hadn't found any wildlife, literally zero. So this morning is an absolute bonus. I've got brown hares, I've got a few geese in the fields in lovely light with a little bit of frost as well. So for early April, that is pretty awesome. So I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and I'll put the pictures and the video on now, and hope you enjoy them. Oh yeah, before I go, if you do enjoy this little video, if you can give it a like, a thumbs up, that would be brilliant. If you can give it a share, that would be great. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, if you can consider subscribing, that'll be also brilliant, because it's great to build this channel up. It gives me the enthusiasm to keep going out and shooting videos, and it's nice to build a community of photographers. And last but not least, actually, if you've got any wildlife experiences that you want to share, if you can put them in the comments section below, that would be great. And let me know about any wild brown hare encounters you might have had as well, just in the comments. So yeah, bye for now, guys, and I'll speak to you on my next video.